A very good afternoon. You're watching NewsX and I'm Shivani Singh. A Gujarati couple and their 3-year-old daughter were allegedly kidnapped in Libya for a ransom while they were trying to actually migrate to Portugal. Kismatsinh Chavda and his wife Heenaben and their daughter Devanshi were taken for a ransom of rupees 2 crore in the North African country while they were attempting to get to Portugal. The couple started out on their journey on November 29th without a valid visa and with the help of a Portuguese-based agent who Solanki says was not an Indian. They first left for Dubai from Ahmedabad. From there, they were taken to Libya's Benghazi city without their knowledge. They are being kept in captivity there as of now. After the family was abducted, the kidnappers contacted their relatives and demanded the ransom of rupees 2 crore. In fact, let's take a look at what happened in the case actually, because this is a family of 3 who were on their way to Portugal. They were trying to immigrate to that country illegally, of course, and that's when all this actually happened. In Libya, they were kidnapped. So this is a family of 3, the picture of the husband and the wife, the couple on your screens, and from Gujarat's, they are from Gujarat's Mehsana district and they were kidnapped in the Benghazi city of Libya. So this is the couple who was actually kidnapped in Benghazi city in Libya. And this is the daughter. Imagine, the victims are Kismatsinh Chavda and his wife Heenaben and their 3-year-old daughter Devanshi. A 3-year-old child also has been taken into this kidnapping by those people over there in Libya. So clearly a very sad incident over here coming to the fore. This couple was from Mehsana in Gujarat. Now the family was trying to immigrate to Portugal with the help from a Portugal-based agent. Now remember that this is the preliminary information that we have. We know that they were trying to immigrate to Portugal and they were trying it through a Portugal-based agent. That's the passports on your screens. They actually flew from Ahmedabad to Dubai on November 29th, 2025 before being taken to Libya. Now they were actually flying from Ahmedabad to Dubai. They first did that and then they were taken to Libya, but obviously they were taken to Libya without being informed, and that's where they actually were kidnapped. Now the kidnappers then contacted the relatives in India and demanded a ransom of rupees 2 crore. So when they were actually brought to the Benghazi city in Libya without their consent, where they were kidnapped, the kidnappers then contacted their relatives and sought a ransom of rupees 2 crore for those 3 individuals that they had actually kidnapped. So this is what has happened currently in this entire case. Now Chavda's brothers actually lives in Portugal and the family was heading there to settle there as well. So in fact the brother of the main victim was in Portugal and they were actually trying to go and settle down there as well. Now the incident was reported to Indian authorities, including the Ministry of External Affairs. So the External Affairs has been informed of this entire kidnapping and ransom case. The agent assisting them is non-Indian and based in Portugal. So that's what the preliminary report actually suggests. Now relatives have received calls from the kidnappers confirming the abduction. So the relatives have received that phone call from those abductors, and now the Indian authorities have been informed, the police authorities also have been informed, and the MEA also is in knowledge of this kidnapping and ransom case that has taken place in Libya. So a very unfortunate tragic incident has come to light. This young couple with a 3-year-old daughter all have been actually kidnapped over here by the Libyan people over there. Now we have to yet remember that in Libya there is a huge human trafficking network as well, and we also know that this entire case, it has possible links to illegal immigration. Joining me on the broadcast is my colleague Rumi Mishra with more on this. Rumi, when we are looking at this entire incident, the links, there are links to illegal immigration, because this family probably did not have a valid visa to Portugal, and they were trying to get there through other means, and that's how this kidnapping actually took place.
Yes, Shivani, it's a very interesting story that has come up. Of course, tragically, a family of 3 has been kidnapped in Libya, and kidnappers are, of course, demanding a ransom amount of rupees 2 crores. Meanwhile, I'd like to show our viewers the passports that we have accessed. NewsX has accessed passports of the 2, of course, family members, the man and his wife, who were abducted in Libya. His child's passport, of course, we are not going to share, because that's sensitive information, especially considering she's a child. But here's a picture of the woman's passport. You can see that her nationality is Indian, and it's a P-type passport. That, as you can see, the date of issue and the date of expiry also was mentioned. Here's the man's passport on our screens, of course. The most interesting fact that reports are suggesting is that these 2 people were actually not legally migrating to Portugal. The man has his wife, has his brother who currently lives in Portugal, and they were going as family members. They were trying to visit family, is what they had claimed, to gain that visa, but they were supposed to settle there. That's what the intent they had in their minds before, of course, they were kidnapped in Libya on their way to Portugal. Over to you, Shivani.
Absolutely, Rumi. In fact, this is a very unfortunate incident that has come to light, and in the latest updates coming in,